All right, spelling health words with Mr. Leolis. So today we're working on health words, and the health words we'll be talking about and spelling today have to do with the red stranger circle. So get your letters of the alphabet ready, letters A to Z. Make sure you have your double letters for the vowels. And we're going to be starting with our first word, which is the word red. Now, red is the color of the red stranger circle. And we know that people who are in our red stranger circle, we don't talk to, we don't trust, and we don't touch. And they don't do the same with us. They don't talk to us, they don't trust us, and they don't touch us. So let's spell the word red, and then we'll talk more about the people in the red stranger circle. The first letter is the letter R. Find your letter R. And now I want you to find the letter E. Well, my letter E wants to fall down. There it is. And now find me the letter D. And now we've spelled the word red. And as I was saying, people in the red stranger circle are people we don't talk to or trust or touch. So we don't let them know anything about ourselves. We don't tell them where we live. We don't tell them our phone numbers. We don't hug these people. We don't kiss these people. And they don't do the same with us. They're in our red stranger circle. So these kinds of people are what we call total strangers. We don't know anything about them and they know nothing about us. So let's spell the word total and we'll talk more about these people. The letter T. The letter O. The letter T again. The letter A. And the letter L. I'm having trouble with my letters today. There we go. Total. So these are total strangers. These total strangers are people we might see when we go out shopping. So they're shoppers like us. They're doing their groceries at the grocery store. They're going to the drugstore to buy their personal care material or medicine. We don't talk to these people at all. They are keeping to themselves. They're doing their daily business, and we're doing our daily business. They're total strangers. All right, the next kind of stranger, I'm going to pull up two words, and we're going to spell each word separately, is a community worker. All right, so these are people we see in our communities, and they're working, so we might see them from time to time. And they're a little nicer because we know them from their uniform and their name tags. So let's first spell the word community, and then we'll talk more about what kind of community helper we're talking about. The letter C. The letter O. M. M. U. N. I. T. And Y. Community. All right, so community workers are examples of people like, let's see, like a repair person. So someone who comes into your home to fix something. For example, if your computer internet is not working or your TV is not working, right? This person comes to your home, they know where you live because they have that information on record, and then they would come into your home to fix the things that need to be fixed in your house. So another community worker might be a plumber, so someone who has to fix some broken water in your home. A community worker that might come into your home might also be someone who is doing any kind of electrical work or delivering an appliance like a refrigerator or a stove. Those are community workers. Okay, so let's spell the word worker. W. O. R. K. E. R. Good, community worker. So these people, they have, if they're coming into your home, they should have a uniform and they should have some identification, which is something that has their name on it with a picture of them. So we can identify them as a community worker. And they usually know your address because when we call them to fix something in our home, they'll ask for that. And they just know our names and our address and our phone numbers because it's on file. They know nothing else about us, and that's why we call them strangers, okay? So keep that in mind. So the third community helper we're gonna talk about, and I'll show you the word community again, is the community helper, all right? And we're gonna spell the word helper. And these helpers are people who help us in the community. So the touching, the talking, and the trusting is very different for these helpers. So an example of a community helper would be a police officer. It would be a firefighter, an ambulance attendant. So let's spell the word and we'll talk more about these community helpers who are strangers. H. E. L. P. E. R. Great, and we spell the word helper. So again, talking about the community helpers, doctors and nurses, and the people who work at these hospitals or offices, they're community helpers. So they know a little bit more about us, and they might touch us a little differently because they're doctors. So, but we still have to be very mindful of what kind of talking, touching, and trusting is allowed in those people. Okay, so there's more information on the video. Watch the video about our Red Stranger Circle. And if you have any questions, you talk to your parents and your family or your staff at school, and they can help clarify some of these concepts, okay? So thank you again for joining us with Spelling Health Words with Mr. Leolis. See you next time.